So, Japan has just released their country's latest homeless people data where the number is decreasing in Japan. It is reported that there are only 3,000 homeless people in Japan. This is a decrease from previous data, so in Japan in 2023 there will be 3,065 homeless people, which is a very small number with Japan's population of 125 million people, and this is also decreasing compared to 2022. The data of homeless people in Japan is that the number from year to year is not increasing, in fact it is actually decreasing. It's really great that if you add up the numbers, it's probably below 0% in percentage compared to the population, and as a reference, the data started to be calculated in Japan in 2003, where there were actually a lot of homeless people in Japan in 2003, meaning that until then the number continued to decrease until 2023 and also in 2024. It was also announced in the previous article that 3,065 homeless people had decreased around 300 people. Just like you who have started to doubt, I also have doubts, and even the person who wrote the article also has doubts. So there are doubts about this number because the focus of the study was only on parks and riverside areas. I've also heard of a city that was wiped off the map, where most of the people don't have homes and homeless people live on the streets. There's even documentation, even though the Japanese government has reported a decline in the number of homeless people in their country. I don't know why I still have doubts, but perhaps it can still be said that the number may not be that much. So you could say that the achievement is very great compared to other countries, even though for example the number they report is 3,000 and in reality there are probably around 10,000 or maybe more than that. It's still a small number compared to the total number of citizens of the country, and we also need to remember that neither hikikomori exist in Japan. And there are also a lot of people who lock themselves up in their rooms or at home. Not working can be interpreted almost the same as being homeless, only the difference is that they are still lucky enough to be able to live on their parents' salaries or even their parents' pensions. Or even they have a house left by their parents. So that's all I can discuss. What do you think about reading this data? Out of 125 million people, there are only 3,000 homeless. Do you believe it? Please write a comment with your opinion and see you in another discussion video.